Okay, this video is going to be about a couple different things because I can never make up my mind up about a single subject. Let's start off with, well, the Syrian refugees. After the Paris attack, a lot of the people in the US let fear take them over and decided we don't want them here anymore because they might all be terrorists. When all this first happened, I could see their point of view. But then again, why blame them all for a few acts? Well, the acts of religious extremists. For the acts of cowards who kill innocent people. Who kill people who cannot defend themselves. And no, I'm not repeating my last video. I know I'm repeating a few things in it, but it all goes kind of together here. ISIS, they're cowards. We know this. They know this. That's why they cover their faces in videos when they kill innocent people who cannot do anything about it. Now, the refugees, the innocent people, the ones who I'm assuming are not terrorists, they've all got one major problem now. Anybody who sees them is going to assume ISIS terrorist. They're going to be stereotyped, and there's nothing they can do about it. Guess who also has that same freaking problem? Yes, law-abiding gun owners. Yes, this video is about partially guns. And the sad part is it's not just Muslims. I mean, think about it. There have been quite a few people in the United States who have been caught trying to leave the country to support ISIS. And these people weren't Muslims. They're, well, you get what I'm saying about them. There have been plenty of Americans born here, had nothing to do with the faith, and they were going to go fight with ISIS. They were going to join them in their bullshit holy war. I mean, let's face it, every religion has violence. A lot of people, and I do mean a lot, choose to cherry pick the shit out of the religion to pick and choose which part of it they want to follow and which part they don't. So the people who say that when I hate something, it's because of the religion, no, you use it as an excuse to hate. But that's besides the point. I mean, that's one thing they have in common with actual gun owners. Every time somebody does a mass shooting, it's the law-abiding gun owners that are targeted. Well, that and the gun. But it's never the mass shooter that's blamed. They're basically turned into celebrities. But it's always the gun and the people who don't commit these crimes that are to blame. Hell, one example, coalition to start gun violence. Yes, I said start, not stop, because they have no intention of stopping something that doesn't actually exist. I've said it many times, gun violence isn't a real thing. Guns can't be violent. And before you disagree with that, say the term knife violence out loud, or alcohol violence. Sounds psychotically stupid, doesn't it? If a knife can't be violent, alcohol can't be violent. Only the person can be violent. But I can already tell that people are still going to use the term because they're ignorant of the fact that an inanimate object cannot be violent. But it doesn't stop the coalition to stop gun violence from having their followers call the police and give false information, which is a crime, to get gun owners killed. They do not care. They think it's better to give false information to be safe than sorry. I hate to break this to you, you're going to be sorry. Now, Trump, I don't agree with half the crap he says. I don't watch the presidential debate because I'm not really a political person. But the only thing he has ever said recently that I agree with is the concealed carriers have a duty to carry now. Well, they've always had a duty to carry, but now because of the crap in Paris, we don't know when they're going to try something on a big scale here. And for all you people who hate people like me, and I mean gun owners, and concealed carriers either way, I don't care if you like the object or not. It's not going to stop me from attempting to save your ass if one of these nut jobs decides to pull this mass bullshit in my neck of the woods. And I'm pretty sure every gun owner I know and every Facebook friend I have that's a gun owner feels the same way. Pull that shit in their ear and they will put you down. You know, they don't care what the anti-gun crowd thinks, because at least they'll be alive to keep bitching about gun owners. And for people who attack Muslims out of fear and ignorance, just remember, when you attack somebody because of your own ignorance, you go to jail. An assumption will not get you off. But that's pretty much everything I have to say about all that crap. And yes, most of this was scripted. That way I attempted not to repeat myself. And that way I could keep the thoughts straight in my head. Plus I kept pausing and restarting it just to make sure. And ISIS, we all knew the truth. Or we all know the truth. You're nothing but a bunch of cowards using religion to justify hate and murder. It's not a holy war. You're not backing up any religion. I don't give a shit what you read in the Quran. I mean, you have a brain to think. To try to justify it is bullshit, and you know it. But that's all I have for tonight.
Come and take it if you want it. Come and take it if you think you can. Come and take it, but we'll warn you, you'll have to pry it from our cold dead hands. We want the freedom that God gave us, so you best not cross that line. If you want this gun, you gotta come through us and take it one shot at a time.